Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series where we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 35th episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers titled The Green Candle Part 2. We start right where we left off. Tommy is screwed if the green candle burns out, but there's hope. If someone travels into the dark dimension to retrieve the green candle, they can blow out the candle, I guess. I don't know. Tommy volunteers at first, but Zoran lets him know that Tommy's presence will cause the candle to burn quicker. Jason volunteers, and after Tommy fights him on it, they settle that it makes sense because Jason is the only other ranger who's been to the dark dimension. Luckily, Alpha has found the doorway to the dark dimension. We cut to Goldar, who's just talking about how great Rita is. Back at the command center, Billy has created a molecular decoder to follow the same pathway to the dark dimension that the putties took when they kidnapped Tommy last time. There's a cute little moment here between Kim and Tommy that they share right before the 5 minus Tommy move out. Meanwhile, Rita's plan is being put into action. She'll send down the Cyclops disguise as the Megazord, and for some reason, Squat thinks this will really confuse the Rangers. What? At the park, the 5 Rangers show up and start to set up the decoders when Bulk and Skull are just nearby, screeching like monkeys for absolutely no reason. So they see that the Rangers are on their hill, so they climb the hill to the Rangers and they're totally winded. And of course Bulk is sweaty because fat. They bully the teens and Bulk wants to see what the decoder is, and he ends up in a trash can rolling back down the hill that they just climbed. Tight. At the command center, Tommy and Alpha are discussing how Tommy feels bad for not being able to do anything. But no worries, there's an attack in Angel Grove by the Dragon Zord in battle mode, and Zoran knows right away that it's a fake. Tommy morphs to take on the fake Dragon Zord, calling out the real one. There's a short fight before Cyclops is hit so hard he turns into the Megazord, and they continue to fight before Tommy climbs aboard the Dragon Zord, and then they continue to fight again. Finally, Dragon Zord hits Cyclops out of his fake form before he just straight up keeps being himself. Just kidding, now he's a T-Rex Zord. No, he's not. The Rangers open the portal to the dark dimension, and Jason walks in. Before he does, he and Zach have a bro moment by telling each other good luck. Jason just waltzes into the dark dimension, coming face to face with Goldar, but before he can get the candle, he gets tossed onto the ground. Meanwhile, Tommy isn't doing so hot against the Cyclops anymore. Zoran makes the executive decision to pull the other Rangers out of their mission to go rescue Tommy. He tells Zach to go get Jason from the dark dimension so that they can go help Tommy. This leads to a really surprisingly powerful interaction between Jason and Zach. Jason says that if he doesn't get the candle in time, Tommy will lose his powers. And Zach retorts with, if we don't get to him in time, he could lose his life. Oddly hard-hitting stuff for Power Rangers. The two leave and Kim wonders where the hell the candle is, and Jason says, I didn't get it, we'll have to go back, before they morph to help Tommy. They call out their Zords and bring them together as a Megazord, and quickly they call out Titanus to form the Ultra Zord with the Dragon Zord. They easily demolished Cyclops, hands down the worst monster that we've had this entire season. The 6 Rangers bail from the Ultra Zord to go to the command center, and we see that the green candle has extinguished upon itself. Rita has won. Now, Tommy must give his power coin to another Ranger to stop Rita from reclaiming the Green Ranger powers, and he gives them to Jason, who now sports a sweet ass shield. Rita is obviously pissed, but did she not know that they could just give his powers away? Meanwhile, in the command center, the Rangers console Tommy, whose body is basically rejecting the Power Ranger powers, demorphing him back into his normal state. Tommy says that he doesn't want his friendship with the other 5 to change, and they say that it won't. Oh, how wrong they are. At the park, Tommy's doing some common white kid karate moves when Kimberly comes up, asking him how he's been doing. Tommy says, just trying to keep busy. Kim says that they miss him, but Tommy makes a good point. They were a team long before he showed up. And then Kim says, well, I miss you. Then it happens. Tommy kisses Kimberly right on the lips and he asks her to be his date to this random ass dance. Then he throws her up in the air. It's actually kind of sweet. The end. This episode is so heavy. I mean, as it was originally planned to truly be the end of Tommy, it definitely feels like it is. Tommy's given up his powers to Jason to hold on to, and we finally got closure from the whole Tommy-Kim romance that started in episode 17. It's strange, to say the least, but good for them for taking the time to resolve some of this stuff. So how will next time play out? Will Tommy just be around now casually waiting for the Rangers to come back from their awesome adventures while he's just twiddling his thumbs? Will Kim gush about her kiss with Tommy the Trini? Will Jason and Zach finally kiss as well? Find out next time, but until then, may the power protect you.